Hey everybody, Akira's here. Welcome back to Cinder Hills Coal Mine. That was a weird noise down there. Alright, so where we left off here is we just popped out here on Pleasant Valley. And we have a lot of various locations that we need to hit here in Pleasant Valley. Let's check the journal. And let's see here. Cinder Hills Coal Mine. So we actually have to spend time in the coal mine itself, so we'll go ahead and do that. And I'm going to try something a little bit different this episode, since we have so many locations that we have to spend 3 days at. Just for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to go ahead and do a time lapse through that, or just go ahead and cut through once I start doing the sleep cycle. That way you guys are just sitting there for the whole sleep cycle, and we can kind of keep the series moving a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. If you guys absolutely hate it, then let me know and I'll change it up. But I plan on pushing out this episode and the next episode during this sitting. And oh, that's really pretty, real beautiful. So let's get to it here. Head on back here. Now there has been a hotfix. Now we're on version 0.349. And the base, there was just a few items that they did hotfix on, and the one that I really noticed was Fluffy is no longer 100% spawn chance. So I do appreciate that. That's pretty awesome. Now I think in Voyager mode we're definitely locked in at 49 degrees on any interior loading location, regardless of weather outside or anything like that. So, whoa, that was a little weird. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here, I'm a little thirsty, let's go ahead and get something to drink. And I'm going to do my my sleep cycle here, and I got plenty of food, so I should be good to go. And I'll see you guys on the other end. Alright guys, so we've run out of water. We are 1.3 days into this little visit here to the coal mine, so I'm going to run down here, grab some wood. And I have coal in there, which isn't an issue, but you do need wood to get the fire started. So I'm going to grab a little bit of wood here. I don't think I have any, yeah, I don't have any fuel at the moment other than the coal. So that's not going to work, just light and coal. So let's go collect some sticks here so we can, a log would be nice if we could find a log down here to chop up real quick. Then we'll just boil up some water, and that should definitely get us through the rest of our time here at the coal mine. So I was watching Alone, and I come to the conclusion, this is season 2, that Larry is the doppelganger for Bill Paxton, or vice versa. Oh my gosh! If they ever do a movie on the TV show Alone, that is a definite must when it comes to the casting couch. Oh, that was a deer. Okay. Making sure it wasn't a wolf with horns. Alright, let's head over this way, see if we can find anything else. I think we're probably pretty good on getting this going. Sometimes there's a bear that actually lives around here. I think there's a cave right up and around the next corner here, but there's some wood we'll be able to grab there or here. I think I'll just grab this piece right here, so there's a couple more pieces here. It should give us plenty of fire starting material to get the temperature high enough to ignite the coal. So I can't remember off the top of my head what exactly it is, but yeah, just go ahead and break it down, make it happen. As you can see, we're pretty thirsty. So, oh, as you can see, we're coming into a blizzard here. So we'll just get ourselves up the hill here.
I better find some water.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, we'll go around this rock. I was trying to remember if we went around this rock or if we went straight up that way. The whiteout blizzard sort of threw me there for a second. And from here, we just kind of stick to the left edge of this, or stick to the left. We stick to the right edge of this rock outcropping. It should take us straight up, I think. If not, we're in trouble, because I left my sleeping bag back at the coal mine. No, it's not that big a deal. Actually, I want to just go ahead and run, because I do kind of want to wear myself down, just for the sake of resting. Another thing I noticed in the new Alone series is... Was it Larry? Wait a minute, was it Larry? It looks like Bill Paxton. I think it was him. I was trying to keep the name straight here. Yeah, Larry was the one that looked like Bill Paxton. David has absolutely horrible luck, and I think he's so used to his luck, he's just like, oh well, whatever. He dropped, spoiler alert, so you just might want to turn it down for the next 20 seconds, but if you haven't seen the most recent episode, I think it's episode 9 or 10. But, basically, drops his line in the water. He's like, oh well, whatever. It sucks. I'm used to it. I'm like, dude, I'd be furious. And 2, I can't believe you dropped your line in the water. You lost your monofilament line. And once you were wet, you might as well have kept on going. So, anyway. Alright, we're back here at the coal mine. Let's get this fire started. Where are we at? There we go. There we go. Now we got something to get going here. Hopefully it gets going. Nicole, she's like super positive. Her attitude is. But then again, she has had an abundance of riches. I'm just kind of curious. These guys are all so reliant on fishing right now. With winter coming up. I don't know. I mean, what are they planning on doing? Ice fishing? I don't think they have the tools necessary to do that properly. They better have some ideas on what they're going to do for that. But let's see here. Can I add coal now? Let's see. It's got to be coal be added 22 degrees. Okay, so let's try to add another cedar firewood. See if we can get this a little bit warmer here. Once we get it up there to 22 degrees, we'll add the coal. There we go. Minutes before coal can be added. Oh, so it's actually minutes. I thought that was temperature. Okay. Well, we just need to sit here for a little bit. Wait for this to get going. Let's go ahead and get some water boiling while we're waiting. Let's do about. Let's go ahead and do. Yeah, let's do a little over half a gallon. Melt up some snow there. As you can see, it's getting pretty thirsty. What I'll do here is I'll just boil up a small... Well, actually, let's put the coal on real quick. Look at that temperature really kick up high. Coal's great for if you're outside surviving. And it's windy and things like that. It really puts out a lot of heat. So, we'll put on 2 of those just to show you guys how hot it's going to get. It's really getting hot. So let's boil this up real quick. We'll drink it. Let's see here. It feels like it's 130 degrees in here. Well, now it's like a sauna, basically. So, don't step outside and, I'm sweating now, so don't step outside. Just hang out there for a while. That would be kind of bad. Let's get that drink, and then we'll make some more water here real quick. Let's do another. I'll probably leave some water in here just in case I do have to come back here. But I don't need to carry this much water with me because there's going to be a lot of toilet water once we get down off the mountain here. And then Jose, I think Jose's got a pretty good chance. I think he's got a pretty good mindset, pretty level-headed. Even when he runs into adversity, he seems to take it. You know, he seems the most realistic of the bunch. So let's boil up that 1 gallon there. I might just, since I got the time here, I might just make a big cache of water, and that way if I do need water, I know exactly where to find it. Odds are I won't be coming back through this trying to think of the route I'd take to get back to Desolation Point. I don't think I'll probably come back through this particular mine, but you never know. Just as soon as I say I'm not going to do something in this game, that's sure enough almost a guarantee that I will. So, alright, let's do another gallon. Hope this commentary isn't too rubbish. It's been a little weird as far as my recording times. It's actually like 6:30 a.m. where I'm at. I've been asleep. I woke up, so I kind of feel half sleepy. But my wife has been taking this chemistry course in preparation for applying to the CRNA school again this year, and she's been up late studying using this computer to study. So I have had to kind of you know, step aside and let her do her studying, and basically, you know, just support her as much as I can with that, and kind of adjust my recording scheduling time around that. So, plus it's 4th of July weekend, so I'm trying to do as much as I can with the family. I happen to have this as a 3-day weekend, and she's off this weekend also, so it works out really good. We're gonna have a cookout tonight, and with the family, and we're gonna just have a really good time. So, I still got another 0.2. I should be able to boil that in 9 minutes, at least with the coals. There we go. I wonder if I should take a firebrand. I don't know. I do have I got plenty of flares and all that. I don't think I need to do that. I think that's unnecessary. Okay, let's just, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the coal down right next to it here. Or I'll probably keep the coal with me. Yeah, we're kind of heavy, aren't we? It's all that water that we're carrying around, actually. 2 gallons of water will do that to you, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down about that much water. Actually, I'm going to drink a little bit of it as we go here. So I'll drop down that much. And when I get done with the sleep cycling here, we should be good to go. But there's a nice little welcoming gift if you walk in here from outside. Who knows, maybe another survivor will come along and eat it too. So there we go, fire's out finally. So alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and continue my sleep cycling. I'll show you where we're at here. Got, where are we at? We're halfway there. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so here we are. We've made it back. And yeah, we've gone a little bit overtime here, 3.1 hours, but we are dealing with a storm, as you can see, and probably here, actually. So let's go ahead and get something to eat here. And yeah, it's a little iffy, but I did have one earlier that was 23%, so I actually still have the remaining bit of it here, as you can see. Let me show you. I actually threw that down because it's only 80 calories and it's not worth the food poison risk to eat 80 calories, so I just dropped that. But we're going to eat this one. If we're going to get food poisoning, you know, this isn't the worst place in the world to get it, so I'd rather do it now than when I'm out on the road. Alright, so we got that. Looks like we ate that just fine. We still have another one with 60 calories left, and we are at 2,300 calories and a little bit thirsty, so let's go ahead and get something to drink here. Definitely did not miss much as I was moving through here. That was my fatigue. It's not really that tired. Let's just rest for an hour, see what the weather's like. It should just be dawn right now, according to the clock. So hopefully this storm passes pretty quick, and we have, there we go, 11 days. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking that was 11 hours. No, the storm's still going. Take a look outside, see what it looks like, because we're ready to move. Obviously, don't want to forget the bedroll, but it's going to be stormy out here. Yeah, we don't want to travel in that. That's just a great way to trip over a wolf. Or a bear. Even worse. Or a mountain. Like I did in one of the prior episodes. I almost fell down the side of a mountain and broke my neck. Let's see here. I guess we just have to rest an hour at a time here. Now, in one of the comments in the prior episodes, someone I think basically it's a 2-to-1 ratio. For every 2 hours of time you pass, you can rest for an hour. That's how much fatigue will be used up. So that seems to be about right. I think that's about right. I don't know for sure, but So let's just go ahead and pass time again here for 1 more hour. 9 hours a day. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's pick this up before we forget, because I definitely would be the type of person to forget. Let's take a look at our bag. We're a little overweight. Let's see what we can purge. We got some wolf hide. We got a piece of coal. Kind of like having all that. I don't think there's anything really excessive there. Let's take a look here, see what we got that's excessive. I got a lot of flares. I probably have overkill of flares. Got a lot of lantern fuel. Let's see if we can actually fill up one of my lanterns. I was in the right spot. I didn't need to leave. Where's my lantern at? Yeah, I can definitely fill up my lantern. At least get rid of one of those or so. Maybe 1 or 2 of them. That looks like I think we got rid of one. Maybe 2. I didn't know. So we have 4 or 5. I'm not sure. Anyway, ammo. Yeah. Sewing kits, definitely probably don't need that many of them for this. I'm gonna go ahead and drop them because we seem to find those everywhere anyway. I'm just gonna keep one on hand actually, because my clothes are holding up pretty darn good. And matches, probably don't need that many matches. So what I'll do is I will just go ahead and yeah, I mean they do add up. Like three matches is gonna be half a pound. So let's drop all. Let's drop all, and let's drop all. Something funny I noticed when I was eating that sketchy MRE, I looked over here to make sure I had the antibiotics. I'm like 32% antibiotics. What does that mean? If I get food poisoned and I have some sketchy antibiotics, I'm gonna re-food poison myself there? But no, I think that just means that I don't know if it does it in this mode. I don't know if that deteriorates or not, but I imagine once it deteriorates to 0, you know, they become ruined and they either disappear from your inventory or they're just labeled as ruined. I don't know if they ever degrade though. So let's see here. We got a lot of food. We're basically carrying around way too much food. Let's go by condition. Definitely keeping the MRE. Wow, everything's in pretty good condition too. I need the. I don't even know if I need the herbal tea, honestly. I kind of want to keep it on hand just in case, and it's really lightweight, just in case I run into an issue with cabin fever. Everything's in really good shape. I can get rid of these. You know what? I'm probably not going to really like the taste of the dog food, so let's just get rid of the dog food. Just if we're going to role play this a little bit, I'd be ditching the dog food. Alright, we're down to 64 pounds. Got my pack. See, that fuel's pretty heavy actually. With that, 6 gallons. I don't know. Oh, I got these. I forgot I had these other matches. I can get rid of all those. Yeah, I can get rid of all these. I don't need these. I mean, it's not really helping much, but kind of want to get rid of these flares. I guess we're good. We're good. Rifle cleaning kit. We can definitely get a lot more of those up in Timber Wolf Mountain. No problem there. Yeah, let's drop a few of the flares. 62 pounds. I'm down with that. That looks pretty good. Alright, so let's take a look at our water situation. And then we'll try to figure out where we're going to go next. Let's take a look at our journal. I'm thinking that, where we're at here. Well, the radio control hut, that's a possibility. Skeeter's Ridge basement. I think that's where in the hunted we had to hide from the bear. That's going to be kind of close to Timberwolf Mountain. I think we'll save that one for last. And we got the rural store, which is down towards the bottom of the hill. We'll probably hit that one first, actually. So, and then we have the barn also. Barn, radio, Skeeter's Ridge, rural. So these 4. We're going to hit the rural store first, then probably either the barn or radio control hut. And then from there we'll go to Skeeter's Ridge, and then we'll bounce over to Timberwolf Mountain. So let's get it on. Let's do this. My episode length is going to be a little tough to tell. Ooh. feels like 30 degrees so, but it's a little windy. I'm not digging the wind. It's gonna make it hard to travel, but luckily the wind's going in the direction we want to go. So I don't know how. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Yeah, but the length of these episodes is gonna be a little tough for me to judge because I can't just look down at the clock and go, oh, it's been 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and end, because I'm actually gonna be doing a lot of editing in these, cutting out a lot of the sleep cycling. So I'm gonna have to kind of guesstimate it. And it's going to be an art, definitely not a science, because I wasn't sitting here making notes or anything like that when I started the sleep cycle. So let's head on down the hill here. Hopefully we can find a rifle on this map. I'm pretty sure that once we get to the, even though we're only going to the barn, we probably will go to the farmhouse just to look for the rifle, because I have found it there multiple times, more often than not. Actually, it seems like so. That pretty much guarantees that it won't be there, now that I've said that. Sort of got the, oh, there's a wolf right there. Sort of got the David perspective on survival at the moment. Very pessimistic about my own luck. At least when it comes to rifles. Everything else, you know, this is pretty, so far this has been a pretty easy challenge, honestly. But, again, as soon as you start thinking things are going to be a walk in the park, especially in this game, it definitely throws curveballs at you. I wonder if they ever fixed the, I know they've done some hot fixes and things like that since the last major update. I wonder if they fixed the counting clock on the whiteout challenge yet. Okay. So I avoided that wolf. I wonder if I can kind of get down this way. Which way? That looks a little tough. Let's head on down this way, if possible. Gotta go zigzag our way down here as safely as possible. All right. Someone was saying, haven't seen any fishing yet. I'm like, oh, well, I just left the area where all the fishing was going to be really good. I really didn't need the food, so I never thought about doing it, but I told him I'd keep an eye out. If I could find another little fishing spot, I was going to do some fishing just to show what it was about. I know a lot of you guys have already seen it, but rural store should be right up here. I'm not sure if, I think it's on the other side. Yeah, it's on the other side of the bridge. But, so I'm going to basically, is that a wolf over there, or is it a deer? That's a deer. Okay. Basically, I told him, hey man, if you want to see some good fishing, you need to go over to my nephew's channel, Fishing the Midwest. Check him out. His channel has just exploded over the last 3 months. He was in college, studying some sort of agriculture at Hocking College here in Ohio, and he lives in north of Chicago, in one of the suburbs. He's huge into bass fishing. He's since he was about 8 or 9 years old, he's just been like obsessed with fishing in general, but especially bass fishing. And he's very, very good at it. He's now, I think he's 20 now, 19, 20. But he is getting, I looked at his channel statistics on socialblade.com. And, so it's Fishing the Midwest, but JoJo Bars 33 is his actual account name, so it's J0J0BARZ33. Anyway, his editing is fabulous. He makes it, it's just really good. He does a very professional job. Rural store, here we go. Okay, so we need to stay here. Let's see what we got for ourselves here. But check it out. I mean, he's watching his channel growth has been great over the last month. He went from like 150,000 subscribers to, or I should say 139,000 subscribers to about almost 200,000 in the course of about in the course of about a month and a half. Right now he's averaging 2,500 subscribers per day. So basically he's taken my channel, he's building up the same amount of subscribers that's in my channel every 3 days, So congratulations to him. It's great to see him. He ended up having to drop out of college because of his success. He needed to dedicate all that time to fishing. Him and a bunch of other bass fishing YouTubers went down to Texas and fished on Gary Yamamoto's lake, and they have like a 4-part series on that. He's been up in Canada fishing, and these are all, he's been sponsored by Carhartt and Bass Pro, Field and Stream. Let's check this out. Maybe we'll get some antibiotics. Cabela's. Right now, this series is being sponsored by Carhartt and Toyota. So, and I guess he's getting the truck out of the deal too. So that's pretty good. But he's got. I told him, I was like, I don't know. I'm sure he already had this in the works. I'm sure it wasn't like, oh, Uncle Accurize sent me a message and said I should do this. So therefore, I did it. It never occurred to me. But I was like, man, it would be really cool to see you use a drone in some of your episodes, just to give the perspective of, like, I'll take a few of these. No. I guess we could drink them as we go. We do need a sleep cycle here, but he started using a drone, and it's gotten really, really neat looking. A lot of his little B-roll footage that he's using. So yeah, check him out. It's really not that the amount of subscribers I'm shipping his way is going to make a difference to him, but if you guys do like fishing or especially bass fishing, check out J0J0 bars.33. It's my nephew. I'm very proud of him. Okay, let's see here. How are we doing on? We're a little bit winded. We do definitely need to stay here. Make sure we're in the right location. Rural store. I'm gonna stay here for. Oops. I'm gonna stay here for an hour just to make sure that there isn't 2 rural stores, because I'm 100% sure we're in the right location. But as soon as I dedicate a lot of time to it, something weird will happen. So we're in a rural store. I'm not seeing any. Of course, it's going to take a little bit more than just an hour of sleep, right? So let's do about 3 hours. Let's see where we sit. Part of me kind of wants to just go to the farmhouse and get that rifle. But at the same time, if we're passing right past this place, we might as well just stop, you know? So okay, so we're in the right place. Just wanted to be extra sure about that. Plenty of food laying around here. We got lantern fuel, all that sort of stuff. Those are all empty. What about the microwave? Did I check it? I don't think I did. Too busy. Jabberjaw. Oh, you know what? Let's check around the back of the store. This seems like one of those locations where you might just happen to find a rifle sitting up against the back of the store. Maybe it was ditched after an armed robbery or something. Who knows? Nope, nothing there. Alright, let's head back inside. Okay, back to some sleep cycling here. Yeah, we're thirsty and tired. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll see you guys on the other end of this sleep cycle. If anything eventful happens again, I will jump in here and let you guys know about it. So don't worry about missing out on anything. Alright guys, so I don't know if you saw that just a second ago, but we just completed the rural store, and as soon as we did, we immediately got question marks up there, so we got a blizzard moving in. That's okay. Little situation, a little sit rep here. This is the food that I have left, and I used up all my water, so no worries there. You know, we do have some sticks. We can get a fire going if need be. Boil some water on the protected side of the store here. I don't think that there's a stove in. No, there's no stove in here. But we also have. I'm not too worried about it because we have a lot of soda pop there. So that can basically, that should be able to fill our, rehydrate us completely one time. So, and then it's also going to give us 1,000 calories. Oh, see, look, a sewing kit. Imagine that. They're everywhere, I'm telling you. Grab some beef jerky here. Salty crackers. Nah, I don't think so. Not today. They're actually pretty good for calories, though, for the amount that they weigh. I don't think they weigh that. Yeah, 600 calories. That's a pretty good trade-off. As long as those crackers don't. I've never had crackers actually food poison me, but. Okay, I guess they could. Depends on what they were, what they've been exposed to. But let's see here, granola bar, not the best in the world. That'd be good to get a fire going. I'll take that. Just to move things along, it'd be 100% chance for a fire. Not worried about lantern fuel at this moment. Clock radio, it won't even give me the option anymore. They're like, Accurize, quit it. Wait, is that water? That is a water. Give me that water. Hey, get over here, water. And another soda. We'll take that. Our carry weight though is pretty good now. Once we got rid of all that water and put it in our bellies, everything else is pretty much the same. So didn't really miss much. It was a pretty boring sleep cycle, honestly. But let's take a peek outside, see how bad the conditions are. Now there was about during the sleep cycle there was about I'd say probably about a 14 to 16 hour period where it was a solid blizzard. So this looks pretty nasty. 6 degrees, whiteout conditions. I don't know if there's just any wood laying around here that I can grab. I got 11 sticks, but let's see if I can just pick up a few extra here. I really don't need to have, let's not spend any time exposed to the elements. There's going to be some branches that we can break down. I can see one right up there occasionally. Kind of see it right there. So if we do get desperate for wood, we can always hit that. And there's one here as well. So we have options. We do have options if we do need to get a fire going. And we can sit on this side of the house. Should be protected. Yeah, nice little protected area here. We should be able to start a fire probably right here if we have to. Let's see here. Somewhere. There was a spot here somewhere. There it is. So that should be protected. Well, maybe not. Let me try right now. There's one. That's a nice little protected area. So, if worst comes to worst, we can always make our own water. But this blizzard should... Wait, I'm in a different house. This is not my home. I feel like the drunk guy that walks into somebody else's house. I don't know how many times I've had calls on that. I'd say probably about half a dozen times in my career. You get the call that a homeowner's freaked out about ready to shoot some guy who's walked into their house. Turns out it's a drunk guy going home from a bar and walks into the wrong house and is standing there over the bed going, "Who's sleeping in my bed?" And you're like, "Who the hell's in my house?" Anyway, typically homeowner wins in that situation, obviously. So all right, let's just see if we can. Let me check my. I'm too well rested. We're gonna need to just pass time. Let's just go 2 hours, see what happens. Hopefully this storm is a small one and it passes pretty quick. I would like to get moving here. Okay, nope, still going. Sounds like it's dying down maybe. So let's just do 1 hour, see what happens. Feels like it's getting dark now though, that's the problem. Ugh. Of course it was kind of nice traveling at night that one time. So we might just go for it. Who knows. Okay, still no luck there, huh? Yeah, it's going to be dark by the time you can see the darkness just sweeping in here. Of course, as soon as it gets pitch black is when... yeah, there we go. Now we get our weather back. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll just top off water and food, and we'll go for it. We'll just make a move. And we're going to go for the red barn, which is 2 bridges away from us now. We're on 1 bridge right now. It's the next, just past the next bridge. So let's go ahead and... yeah, let's just go ahead and drink these sodas. That should completely take care of our thirst. I was eating an MRE and I noticed that the hydration, it gave us a little bit of hydration. Not much at all, but it did give us a little bit of hydration. I was not expecting that. However, the tomato soup gave us absolutely 0 hydration, which kind of makes sense because if memory serves, tomato soup's kind of high in sodium. So, all right. How are we doing? We're a little peckish. I'm down with that. I'm not too worried about that. Let's take a look at our carry weight. Looking good. Let's not forget our bedroll. Let's pick that up and let's move on. Let's see if we can make it over to. Let's see how bad it is outside. If it's foggy or white out, obviously it's a no-go for the travel. But it's not too bad. I might give it an hour, see what happens with the snow, because this could either be a storm passing through. That's on its way out, or it could be one that's coming in, and I don't want it to be one that's coming in. So let's just rest here for 1 more hour, and then see if we just got big, like some much lighter snowfall. If so, we're good to go. And I think yeah, we can go ahead and rest for an hour. What the heck? That should do. And then give us a little bit of our energy back. Okay, let's pick this up. Again, I'm just doing that so I don't forget my bedroll. Okay, it kind of looks a little foggy, but I can see pretty well. So I'm down with that. 13 degrees. Let's go ahead and make a move. Let's go. I feel like this episode we're accomplishing a lot more. I think as far as cutting out the sleep cycling, I think that's going to be something that I'm going to kind of be voting yes for. But I'll listen to you guys, whatever you say in the comments. This is kind of spooky, isn't it? Boy, I tell you what, I feel a lot better if I had my hands on the rifle right now. But I don't. I do have a few flares, and I think one flare would definitely get us to the red barn with no issues. Let's see how our temp's doing. Oh yeah, we're in pretty good shape. This Voyager mode, I tell you, the amount of condition hit, hunger, things like that, you know, warmth hits, they're quite muted compared to Stalker mode. I'm gonna go back to Stalker mode and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I don't know, I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna curl up and die because I'm gonna be reconditioned and reprogrammed for Pilgrim mode that's gonna really screw me up here. So basically we just stick to this road. There's gonna be another bridge up here that will cross here. And I always mix them up. I think this one's oh, I'm not even gonna guess. Can't remember which one this is. Heartbreak Bridge is our Contemplation. I can't remember. Hey, let me over. I got blocked by a snowbank. A small snowbank. I think this is Contemplation, isn't it? Else we'll see. Yes, yes it is. Alright. I didn't really take note of the last one we crossed, so it left me wondering. Alright, Contemplation Bridge. Now the radio tower is just over there, so it's not really too bad. We're going to actually go straight down this little driveway. This is one of the, I don't know, I really like this map. I think it's a really neat map. This one and Timberwolf, I think are probably my favorites. Now, when it comes to actual just survival, like, you know, I'm going to dominate this game sort of thing, Mystery Lake is where it's at. But, yeah, anyway, I guess we'll shoot in here. You never know. Maybe we'll find a rifle in the trunk of the car. I highly doubt it, but yeah, we could always use the water, too. It wouldn't hurt. Energy bar. It's 500 calories. We'll take it. Wood matches. I'm actually... yeah, we'll take them. I've already dumped a whole bunch of matches, but I guess we can always take them and leave them. Or, you know, simple tools. I definitely don't need those. I got quality tools. What's too good? What's that? 81%. I think ours is in better condition. Let's double check real quick. Oh no, ours is in worse condition. Let's take that one. Let's just do an upgrade. Time to trade up here. Okay, let's drop that. Won't let me drop it in here? Okay. Alright. Wait, yeah, won't let me drop it in the car. Okay. Never tried dropping clothes in the car. Come on, I know you can get undressed in the car. Alright. A flare. Yeah, let's go ahead and just grab more flares. Alright. Is there a glove box? There is a glove box. Alright. And of course, the visors, which I will get yelled at if I don't check, which I know there's nothing there. Alright. So that's just to avoid a hate comment. Not really hate comment, just like, hey, you forgot the visors. Yeah, I know I did. Because they're pointless at this point. Oh, wait. Supposed to leave the hoods up on these. Trying to get in the habit of doing that. So far I'm looking at my recording on this, and I've been playing for like an hour. So if I start doing the cutting out the sleep cycles, it's gonna take me a bit longer to play each episode. That's for sure, but that's okay. This is definitely a challenge. That's a wolf. All right, he's gonna come after me. I'm pretty sure, but I'm gonna try. That's a deer. Okay, that's okay. And that's a bear. Wait, no, that's not a bear. That's a bale of hay. Okay, that's a scare bear, like a scarecrow bear. But he's trotting after something. I think he's probably going after a rabbit. I know that they're pretty thick through here. There's a lot of deer up here. All right, there's the barn right there at the top of the flare. So that's where we're trying to get to. If we need to, we can just run from that wolf, no problem. Got plenty of energy. Ooh, what's that music mean? Whoa. I saw that deer just coming right up, or it was running away from me, but looked like it was coming up over the snowbank at me. And I was like, what in the world is that thing? I'm not used to traveling at night, so things look different. I tell you what, that was one of the biggest things when on patrol. When I was actually both, not so much the new village that I'm at because it's so small, but the old city that I used to work at. You start off on, well, during FTO you do four weeks on each shift, so days, evenings. Whoa, that's a lot. There's two wolves. Okay, they're out. But you do 4 weeks on each shift, so days, evenings, and nights. And one of the things that you end up going to, pretty much most people end up going to either midnights or to evenings. I wanted to go to midnights. I just like that they should work better on midnights. So that's where I went to. I kind of liked how you started off kind of with some good stuff, and then typically around 4 or 5 a.m. everything sort of died off, and you could just kind of catch your breath. So to me, it was kind of nice. And anyway, you get used to seeing the city through the eyes of, through like night eyes, and you get those street eyes acquired like that. And then you go to day shift, and you're like, oh my god, there's green, and there's houses, and they have color to them. They're not just all like monochromatic. And these streets, they look so different. So it's almost like relearning the city. And there's a lot of things that you miss at night that you see during the day, and you're like, I never even knew that was there. But so anyway, pretty cool. But it's sort of like that with this game. Walking around at night, I'm a little more hesitant, a little more I don't know how you'd say, not timid, but I'll put that back. No need for the timid. No need for that. That's just extra weight. We'll just leave that there.
We could use this.
No, that's a 41% condition. We don't need that. But I guess I'm a little more jumpy. Yeah, that's probably a good word for it. Not afraid to go out there and handle business, but in this game at night, I mean a whiteout, blizzard, or fog, yeah, I am timid. But let me see if did I see anything in here? No. Okay, there was some cloth. That was about it. Let's take a look inside here, see what we can find. Got a soda, antibiotics, nice for the win. A flare, okay. I'm trying to get rid of flares. All right, and there you go, some visors. All right, and let's see if we can leave the hood up there. Yep. Someday that's going to become important. I can just tell. All right, let's go upstairs here. I'd like to find some more ammo. Oh, there's a whetstone. I think we have a whetstone. Let's check on this condition. Should be 100%. I think every whetstone or rifle cleaning kit that you pick up is actually 100%. I got 2 of those at 100%. I'm not too worried about that. What I might do is I might sharpen everything and then switch out and grab this whetstone. Yeah, I'll probably do that actually. That's probably a good idea. Antiseptic. We got quite a bit of antiseptic. I'm not worried about that at the moment. I'm gonna put that back. That's not really concerning me. It's always, if we get low on antiseptic and things like that. I think we got, how many bandages do we have that are like old man beard style super bandages? Let's take a look. We got 5 of those before we even start touching this, so that would just be a waste. And now we have 10 antibiotics, so we can get food poisoned 5 times. All right, let's lock. Let's crank that one open here with the pry bar. No, I don't need scrap metal. I can always hacksaw one of these shelves down into a bunch of scrap metal if I need it. And we have a workbench here. Typically there's some good stuff laying on top. Not in this case, of course. Let's take a look around, make sure I'm not missing any loose rifle rounds underneath. Nope, not seeing any. Let's check out this drawer, see what we get. Cloth, put that back. Basically, I don't really need a whole lot.
That'll come in handy.
Nice thing is we have a burn barrel in here, so I can cook up a lot of water. I don't even need a hook. I'll take it, I guess. I don't know. Cured leather, we'll take that. Might be able to... 86%, that's pretty good. We'll check it and see. Ooh, a heavy hammer. That's heavy. I don't really need that either, but... I know, once we get over to the... once we get over to Desolation Point, we'll find another heavy hammer. I'm going to leave that. And we'll just make a mental note if you guys can. If I'm ever 4 or 5 episodes from now going, where was that heavy hammer at? Make sure you guys go Red Barn. Red Barn, man. Red Barn. Alright, more metal. Don't need that. 94% condition. I know that's better than what we got. Put that metal back, or put that scrap metal back. And any more? Oh, poof, catch that hay on fire, right? Alright, so I think what we'll do here is we shall take a look at our clothing situation. I can drop that one. I can upgrade this. 10%, that's a pretty good upgrade. Look at that. That's significant. Alright, let's drop that one. Clothes are looking pretty good. I grabbed that cured leather because we'll be able to patch those up. Let's say get a little bit lower, probably about 70-60%. We'll look at maybe getting that patched up. And how are we doing? 62 on the carry weight. Okay. Well, we are carrying quite a bit of food and some water. Let's go ahead and sharpen our tools up here. And 86%, 86%. It's a tie. And we'll sharpen up our axe or hatchet. Let's do that one first, since that's probably my most important one right there. No, you know what? Let's turn off the storm lantern. Don't need that. Don't need to be wasting the fuel on that one while I'm sharpening. I wonder if you can... I'm pretty sure that you can't use the workbench at dark, but you can do things like this, like sharpening. Pretty sure you can do that. Well, I'm about to find out, so let's not harvest. That would be bad. I'd be so angry at myself. Sharpen. Okay. Making sure. Yep, definitely can. Unless it's like, oh, you're now bleeding. Sharpen again, 83%. What if it's less effective? Let's take a look here. 86. No, it's working just fine. As our skill level goes up, you'll see the percentage that we get to sharpen it goes up as well. So there we go. We went from 3 to 4% now because our skill level's going up a little bit. Still have yet to find a skill book, though, don't we? All right. Well, one of these days we'll run into one. I think. I hope anyway. 93%. Get this thing nice and razor sharp. Surgical steel sharp here. Alright, and we're going to max it out here. Nice. 100%. How are we doing with our whetstone? Let's take a look. 65%. So see, this is going to be a good... This is a good play here to make sure that we... let's just grab one. I don't care which one. To use up this whetstone as much as possible and trade it out for a brand new one. We'll be ready for bed by the time we get done with this. Alright. And the last one. That should max us out. I'm not sure if we can do the hacksaw. Let's check on the hacksaw. Can we sharpen that? Probably can. No, you can just use it. You know, we can't repair it unless we have scrap metal. So that's how you do it. You have to use the workbench for that. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and light this up. Let's find somewhere to sleep. Oh, it's probably going to be 49 degrees in here. Watch. Oh, it's 52. Oh, it's because of the lantern. Hold on. Let me turn that off. 43. Okay, so there goes my theory about it always being 45 in here. Threw that right out the window. Once we get into this truck, it'll go up a little bit more also. Did I check this? I didn't check this yet. Lantern fuel. Alright, we'll max it out. I grabbed that one just so I can max it out. Cured leather, we'll take that. Alright, let's go ahead and fill up our lantern fuel. Lest we forget. Lest I forget. I don't know why I was want to put that on you. It's like you guys have nothing to do with that. Alright, so refueling. There we go. Let's take a look and see what our lantern's at. 26.26 gallons. And what condition is it in? Is it in pretty good condition? Yeah, it's in pretty good condition. And we're getting a little sleepy. Let's try to find the entrance to the pickup truck here. And I guess now you can actually use your sleeping bag inside the pickup truck. It's something new in the update where you get the warmth bonus from the truck and your sleeping bag. So that's kind of nice too. So we're gonna get a 0.9 degree. What's up with 0.9 degree? That's it. Do I need to repair my sleeping bag? Or did I miss that? Is it in that bad a shape? Ooh, it is. Okay. We're gonna definitely be repairing that. Takes 2 cloths. I can repair it right now. Let's do that so we can. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to lose my sleeping bag. Wow, glad I caught that. Okay. It's gonna repair that. Oh, I can't repair while in the dark. Sure, of course not. How long does it take? I might just use the lantern. 1 hour, 30 minutes. Might not use the lantern. Okay, I'm just gonna sleep in the truck then. Right? Can I do that? Okay, well, I guess we'll just rest. How many? 3 hours. Okay, that's not too good. Yeah, we'll just do that. Oh, I'm all over the place. Sorry, guys. I don't even know what I'm... Slow down there, finger keys. Or key fingers. Yeah, key fingers. This is... Wait a minute. Let's just pass time. Yeah, let's do that. I'm a little paranoid about breaking my sleeping bag. Because I know once you get below a certain level, if you use something, there is a chance for catastrophic failure where you lose it all. And I don't want to do that. So let's not do that. Yeah, let's just do a rest. That sounds like a good idea to me. Okay. This is past time. 4 hours. Because there aren't any other sleeping bags just laying around here. So it's daylight, but now there's a blizzard. Okay, is this considered dark still, even though it's daylight? It kind of looks like it should still be considered dark. Let's see. Nope, it's going to let me do it. So it has to do with the time of the day, not the actual light that you're seeing. Because it still looks very dark in here. I failed? Oh, okay. Alright, guys. Well, we're going to have to go back over here and find some cloth. I know there's cloth laying around here. I think there's some on the dead guy. Where's cloth? I need 2 cloth. There's one here. Alright, I could always tear up some of the clothing that I dropped too. So, we'll get that sleeping bag into ship shape. You had some cloth for me, didn't you? No, you had a tinder plug. Make sure there wasn't a rifle around down there. I've seen them in some really weird spots in this. It's a pry bar. Let me take a look. I might upgrade our pry bar here. Let's take a look here, see what we got. 69. 83. We're gonna drop this one. I don't know if that was the one I just picked up or not. But we definitely have a pretty decent pry bar. Newspaper.
I need to find a place to rest.
I know. You're in a good spot, though. This is going to be a good spot for you to rest. Oh, yeah, let's switch out the whetstone. Again, before I forget. Alright, I'm going to drop this one here. And I don't need both knives. Let's go and drop one of those knives here. Too many flares again. Too many fishing kits now that I think about it. Oh, it's just degrading on its own. I didn't even use it, did I? That's not good. Alright. Let's, nothing in here, right? Yeah. Alright, let's tear up that scarf. Let's grab that scarf and tear that up too. And that hat. Where are we at? Where were you at, guys? Oh, clothing. Alright. 94, 84. Okay. Definitely have enough. We're gonna definitely have enough cloth. Okay. Harvest. Trying to survive out here without a sleeping bag would make it a little bit more challenging. Definitely, definitely. I think maybe I should sleep, but at the same time I can't sleep because I think maybe that's why I'm failing my repair on it. I got 5 of those, so. Alright, let's yeah, where's that? Where's that? It's right here, isn't it? Down at the bottom. Okay, let's try repairing this again. Sewing kit. Make it so. Come on. Ah, I feel better about life now. Paramount 30. So, alright, let's do it again here. Well, you know what? Let's get some sleep. In case our fatigue has something to do with the... and I used up a lot of lantern fuel on that unnecessarily. Definitely would be sleeping in the passenger seat. That big steering wheel will get in my way. Kick my feet up this way. Kind of leave myself in there. Would be pretty good. Or put my feet down there, up over there. I don't know. We'll get it all figured out. Why am I just carrying floating matches? Get out of here, floating matches. Alright, so let's get some rest here. I think we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. I'm at an hour and 14 minutes in my actual commentary. Or in my actual gameplay. So I'm not sure what this is going to edit down to. Hopefully it's not too crazy. But hey, if it's a little extra long, no problem. You guys deserve it. So let's get a little bit more rest here. And we're going to have to remember to continue to repair that. We need something to drink too, don't we? We have to remember to repair that that bedroll also. Still, let's eat this one since it's a little sketchy. If we get food poisoning, at least we're halfway. We'll be halfway cured. Oh, look at that! Forgot salted crackers just making me dehydrated, super dehydrated. All right, let's go ahead and drink some of this pop here. Drink both of those, and then that should actually do it right there. I'll drink a little bit of water. That should top us off nicely, and then we can spend the next episode making some more water to begin with, and sleep cycle here. Get this one out of the way. Get this objective knocked out. All right, so looking pretty good. Let's check on our stats. We're just extremely tired, so all right, let's solve that problem here. Oops. This is going to rest for about 10 hours. All right, well, subscribe if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate all your support. This challenge so far is going pretty good. And yeah, 16 days, 4 hours, 56 minutes. Y'all take care. I'll see you in the next one.